So the loan officer is where we get started. Loan officers can be named a number of things. Of course, loan officer, some people refer to them as lenders, and others refer to them as mortgage brokers. And there could be another word for where you guys are located, but that's who we're talking about. So what is it that we want to look for when trying to find a good loan officer to work with? Well, first and foremost is if you can find somebody who has done a 203K or a home style loan or some kind of renovation loan in the past, that is going to give them a huge check mark, a huge leg up, and potentially working for you. Anybody that's done this already has the experience, they've seen how it works, they see how it plays out, and if they're still doing it, then that's going to be again, a big check mark in your favor, or in their favor, rather. The next one is not only are they experienced in the renovation loan projects, but they also know their renovation department. So having a phone call, having an email, having a nice close relationship with the renovation department within their bank is also going to give that lender another big leg up, because if something happens, if you need to rush something, if you need to push something through, whatever it might be, if your lender has a little bit more of an in with the renovation team at that bank, then that's going to give you a little bit more in and may be able to get you out of a situation or into a situation if need be. The next one is they enjoy working on renovation loans. So as you start talking to different lenders and different brokers, you're going to discover that not all lenders can, but more importantly, not all lenders will do a renovation loan. The reason for that is they don't necessarily have the team around them. So, just like we're telling you guys, you've got to have a nice, strong team. So if you're a lender trying to do a renovation loan and your client picks a realtor that isn't very good and doesn't bring a house that necessarily fits the bill, or shows up with a contractor who's inexperienced, hasn't done this before, then as a lender, you're going to have a terrible experience. So if your lender isn't trying to talk you out of doing a renovation loan, that means they've done one before, they like doing them, and they've had a good experience in the past. So those are all going to be good things. The next piece that they're going to be able to do is they're going to know how to tell you which type of loan to use. So as we've gone over very briefly, you can do an FHA style renovation loan, a conventional style renovation loan, but you can also do a VA, a USDA, and there are even a couple others out there. So your lender, if they're a good one, they're going to be able to talk to you, figure out what kind of buyer you are, figure out what kind of house you're looking to purchase, and they're going to fit you into that correct type of loan to use. And then the last one is when you talk to that lender, are they familiar with the process? Can they give you the pipeline? Do they like to give you education and instruction? Can they rattle off how it goes from A to Z? Finding somebody that can explain the entire process means that they've got a pretty good understanding of what's going on and what's to come, so they can try to get you ready for what's next and plan for the future. So if you're already working with a lender who checks all these boxes, awesome. You have found a great lender, and actually we would love to know who that is because we'd like to work with them. If you found a lender or you're working with a lender who doesn't necessarily check all of these boxes but hits some of them, then you're probably still going to be okay as long as the rest of your team is going to be nice and strong. And if you have a lender, you're working with a lender who can't hit any of these boxes, we're probably going to recommend that you go work with someone else who's going to be able to fit your needs a little bit better. As always, if you are in one of our locations, or even with the lender, they can work all over the nation for the most part. So if you want to, you can click right here at the Makeover Mortgage page and ask to be put in touch with one of our lenders. We'll find somebody that's at least close to your area that by far and for sure checks all of these boxes and can make sure to satisfy all the needs that you may have coming up. So good things to remember when you're out there searching for a loan officer. Be careful. Make sure they hit a number of these if you're going to plan on working with them in the future.